Hi, I'm Kendall with the Rawls Group. The old African proverb, "it takes a village," illustrates the essential nature of a team approach to succession planning. Succession planning is a complex endeavor. As such, it requires leveraging the expertise of a diversity of backgrounds. Collaboration and different expert opinions provides a 360-degree approach, ensuring the possible, probable, and potential issues impacting your long-term vision are addressed. To provide insight into common questions received from business owners, we are leveraging the village of our valued strategic relationships. As you listen to this episode, you'll be able to immediately apply the key takeaways and you'll come back for more. Now we're going to focus on how do you get your corporate culture to recalibrate if behaviors of consumers change long term on the other side of the COVID-19 crisis?
Hi, my name is Tiffany Cardwell, and I'm an HR consulting principal with MCM's HR Solutions Group. We're really in a brave new world right now with COVID-19, and many of us have had to make some really tough decisions about our businesses. Some companies have completely shifted the products that they produce, while others, the way that they deliver their service to customers, have changed completely. Some have had to update to new technology, and others invested in the latest and greatest of equipment just to make sure that they remain competitive within their industry. Along with these changes, it may be time for getting your corporate culture to recalibrate, especially if consumer behaviors change long term on the other side of this crisis. One suggestion that I have for you may be to revisit the business strategies that your company has established for this year and either reinforce them if the same strategies are still applicable, or maybe form some type of joint team across the organization to help create a new set of business strategies, one that is more in line with the environment we are working in today. If there's a board of directors, make sure to get them involved. Poll and ask them for their thoughts. It's always going to be important for everyone, especially company leaders, to draw from the organization's internal core values on what's next for the company. Establishing strong business operations, putting together safety protocols, and also ensuring that the workplace and workforce are truly ready to return back into the office from their remote workplaces will also be critical. Employees are looking at their leaders within their own organizations to see how well they adjust to this pandemic and how flexible they're being with their workforce. Again, core values are important to reflect back on as individuals now are taking a more phased approach on recalibrating their corporate culture. And remember, there isn't a playbook that any of us can go by for this pandemic. We need to all be as creative as possible and also seek out new ways for reinventing and reinforcing our own company culture. Thank you.
Today, we're going to talk about culture, and after a crisis of any kind, is it necessary to recalibrate it? My name's Dan Schneider. I'm a partner with the Rawls Group, and one of the things that we do is spend a lot of time talking about the culture that people have in their organizations. Your culture is based on 6 points. Point number 1 is what's your purpose and what is your vision for where you want your company to be 15, 20 years from now. The second piece that you want to talk about is what's your identity? What kind of brand have you created and how do you go about presenting yourself in the marketplace? The third piece is what are your values and beliefs? The values generally are things that are non-negotiable. Your beliefs are things that from time to time may have to change because just as we once believed the world was flat, we now believe that it's round. So beliefs on occasion may change. The fourth piece that's part of your culture is what are the capabilities that you have in your organization? They probably have not changed a great deal unless some of your business strategies have changed. The fifth piece is what are the behaviors that you want your people to put into place on a day-to-day basis? How do you want them to interact with each other? How do you want them to interact with your customers? And how do you want them to interact with the community as a whole? The final piece involved in that is what's your environment like? And are you changing the infrastructure that you have within your office so that how people work and where they work is actually going to be different from what it was in the past? If we're only talking about the top three, the guiding principles, the values and beliefs, and your identity or your brand image, be careful about whether or not you choose to change those, because they should be with you for a long time, especially if you were happy with them before the crisis. The other three relate more to what some of your business strategies are. And basically, your business strategies and your culture are not the same thing. Your business strategies are how are we going to do some things, or what's really going to be important to us so that we can achieve and accomplish our purpose, maintain our identity, and be true to our values. So here are some of the business strategies that you may want to take a look at. Number one, what's your focus going to be on profit and return? Number two, has the crisis changed your approach to size and growth? Number three, has the crisis or whatever it is that you're experiencing right now had an influence on your method of delivery and sale? How do you present yourself to your clients? Number four, has the crisis that you're experiencing changed your customers' needs? Number five, has it changed the needs of a broader market? You know, your customer is one person, your market is many people all put together. So what's happened to both your market and your customers? The next piece is what's your value and what's your approach toward the human resources in your organization and the development and making sure that you've got plenty of people to get done what you need done. You may also begin to look at another business strategy related to natural resources. And is this an opportunity for you to go green, if you really want to, and if it's feasible within your business? And then the last piece is what kind of technology do you have that allows people to carry out their work in ways that are going to be both efficient and effective? So let's go back. Do you really need to recalibrate or change your culture? Maybe not. Should you reconsider some of your business strategies? Probably. So good luck with that.
Thank you to our strategic partners, The Village, for participating and sharing your perspective. Do you have a burning question you want to discuss with an expert? Feel free to submit it via the Ask an Expert link featured on the page. Continue to listen to the series now or come back later for more. Each question featured may want you to learn something new.